What is up, YouTube? It is your boy NMR Sports here, coming back at you with another MLB video, and today we have some Angels news to talk about. Finally, of course, it happens as soon as I leave all my production equipment and whatnot, my mic, my camera, all that stuff, back in Florida. Currently visiting family in California. You can see the Angels artwork. This is where I grew up and whatnot. But anyways, we have some Angels moves to talk about. There were some other moves. A trade just happened with the Padres, and I think there was another big signing or something. Can't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, we're going to talk about it all in just a second. Hit that sub button down below if you like MLB content, and go ahead and leave a comment. How good do you think the Angels bullpen is after these two moves we're going to be talking about today? I think it's easily a top 10 bullpen in baseball, hopefully top 5, top 3, but we'll get into it in just a second. So without further ado, let's talk about these new additions. All right, starting off, we're going to go with the first acquisition the Angels had yesterday. It wasn't really announced it was speculated first. It wasn't announced till after, but it was Archie Bradley signing with the Angels. Archie Bradley was with the Philadelphia Phillies last year, who obviously had an awful bullpen like they usually do, but Archie Bradley was probably, I don't know, I think Ranger Suarez was the best reliever. Whoever it was, their closer was pretty good, but Archie Bradley was probably the second best pitcher in that bullpen last year. Put up .7 WAR, 3.71 ERA, 7-3 win-loss record, pitched in 53 games, picked up 2 saves, and had a whip of 1.4. So not a terrible year for Archie Bradley. He's definitely had better years in the past, but the thing I like about this move is we don't need him to be like the best reliever in baseball. If we get a 3.7 ERA out of him, I consider this a huge W for the Angels. We just need solid, reliable guys that'll at least get us to the 7th or 8th inning, because I think the 8th inning is going to be locked down by hopefully Aaron Loop, and then of course Raisel Iglesias is our closer. So he's a really good depth piece to add, a really good veteran presence to have around these really good young pitchers that are around him right now. Guys like Austin Warren, who was a stud last year. Jansen Junk showed flashes. Jonathan Diaz looked pretty good last year. A lot of young arms that have potential. I think Archie Bradley is going to be a good influence, as well as offering kind of like a souped-up Steve Cishek, a little bit better than him. So I think it's a really good move. Wasn't the only reliever we added this year as well, or in the last 24 hours as well. Ryan Tepera signed with the Angels. Now, Ryan Tepera has been an absolute monster the last 2 years. Last season, he posted a 2.79 ERA in 65 games pitched, picked up 2 saves on the season, 74 strikeouts. So good for a 1.8 WAR as a reliever is ridiculous, especially not being a closer. And he's been an absolute monster the last 2 years with the White Sox, the Cubs, and then even dating back to the Blue Jays, he was okay with them for a few good outings. Now, Ryan Tepera is a huge pickup for the Angels. He might step into that setup role, like I said. It's either between him or Aaron Loop. Both have been really good in the past. So, honestly, I think this makes the Angels a ridiculously good bullpen. Personally, I'd say at least top 5. I can't, off the top of my head, think of any bullpen that is as deep as the Angels are. Obviously, the Yankees have some really good arms back there. The Brewers have a great bullpen. The Rays always find a way, no matter how little star power they have. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. If you agree with me that it's a top 5 bullpen in baseball right now, or if you think I'm being way too optimistic. Now, this does not fill all the holes that the Angels have right now. They still have a big gap at starting pitcher. They have a huge, monumental gap at shortstop. They are by no means done. I'm not deleting my rant video that I posted yesterday. If you haven't seen it already, go watch it. It's absolutely hilarious. Just destroying this team. But it's a great start. If you look back at the 2002 Angels, who ended up winning the World Series in the heart of the steroid era with a very mediocre lineup, what they did have, they didn't even have a great starting rotation. They had a great bullpen. They had Troy Percival locking it down back there. Francisco Rodriguez was a stud for them. Guys like Brendan Donnelly were really good back there. Overall, they just didn't have a great rotation. They had a decent lineup. It wasn't top tier, and they had a great bullpen. So this is what this team's shaping up to look like right now. I would still love to see us fill that big gap at shortstop with a guy like Trevor Story or Carlos Correa. I just don't know if that's super realistic right now, and there's pretty much nobody else left on the market outside of them. So let me know what you guys think of this deal. There were some other things I did want to go over. Luke Voigt was just traded to the San Diego Padres. I think this is a huge addition for the Padres. Luke Voigt, I've never seen a player get done so dirty by their franchise. The Yankees absolutely disrespected him. I think he led the league in home runs in 2020, and then they just never really gave him a chance outside of that. They were always looking to fill a gap at first base that didn't really exist. Luke Voigt has always been great, especially against left-handed pitching, but overall, he's just going to be a stud. When he's getting everyday at-bats at DH in San Diego this year, I think he's going to be a huge pickup. I think they gave up a young prospect It looks like he throws 102 miles per hour, so it's not a bad deal for the Yankees, but I just think they did Luke Voigt so dirty. They didn't really give him a shot, man. I don't know. It seems like a very interesting move for the Yankees. I think he'd be a great platoon option with Anthony Rizzo at the very least, but he definitely deserves a starting spot in the MLB, and I'm really glad the Padres are going to give that to them. It also looks like there's some rumors about Jorge Solaire getting traded or signing with the Padres. So the Padres definitely looking to bolster that lineup, especially with Tatis, who's going to be missing multiple weeks, potentially multiple months this season. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think of these moves. If this makes the Angels a great bullpen, if the Padres are going to be better this year, hopefully they can make the playoffs, man. They have so much young talent on that roster. I hope they can, especially getting guys like Clevenger back and whatnot. Anyways, hopefully I don't have to make any more videos like this, and the next video you see will be a lot better production value, but, you know, nobody watches NMR Sports for the content, right? It's just the production value. Appreciate you guys watching this. Leave a like down below, hit that sub button, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.